Hi everyone and welcome back. Well, it's my honor to talk to Rand Huggett today. Rand, I've known you for a long time. You've taught my kids. You're a teacher at Amador High School.
Right.
So about half the county. For how long have you been teaching there? Almost.
This will be my 32nd year starting this next school year.
Half the county for 30-some years knows you. Okay, has been to school with you, and you're a great teacher and a great artist.
Thank you very much.
I love your stuff. You're on Jackson. You know, you've done those pictures, the historical pictures.
Right.
Anyway, we're here to talk about, I'm going to just grab a few of these and put these up. We've got some slides, but he's got a stack of these, and that's...
Premium books. They're the premium books that the
Right.
fair puts out for people to do entries, yeah.
Right, and the posters on the front of it.
Correct.
And we've got the posters, and your work for the last 29 years, right? You've been doing this, resulted in this award, and I think we have a picture of that, so we'll just go to that, okay? You get that up? There you go. So that's there, and then I think if we move to the next one, then I'm going to let you talk, Rand.
Okay.
If we move to the next one, that's the year before you started. That was a picture of the poster before, and why don't we move in from that one to the first year and tell us a little bit about the first year you did a poster.
Well, I got hired at the Amador County Fair as their publicist in 1983, and it was, I'd worked in advertising before, but this was a little bit new, and when they hired me, the first year the secretary created the poster for it, and God bless her, she did a nice job, but the following year I went to the fair manager, Ralph Clark, and said, why don't we do something a little more colorful and try something new? So the theme for that year was old-time memories, so I came up with a little miner and with his hat on there, and on top of his hat are all the little images that go along with the fair, the carnival, the music, the Miss Amador pageant, there's agriculture, wine, the animals, and so that kind of tied it together, and Ralph liked it, the board liked it, so from then on I just started doing one year after year.
Okay, Rand, what do we call this kind of art where you blend all these things together?
Well, it's a little collage or montage of ideas that try and show the
and I love it. It's
the variety of things at the
wonderful
fair.
to get it, and it's a perfect place on posters. It works out so well, doesn't it? How about our next one?
These are not in particular order, but the fair board comes up with a theme for each fair. This was, we heard it through the grapevine, so herding cattle, so to speak, and herding your grapes through the grapevine. That was a little play on words with a little phrase that people can remember. So the cowboys riding a massive bunch of grapes, Zinfandel grapes, and so the two tied together. I usually create about 8 to 10 different ideas for the fair board, and then they review them and pick out the one that they like for any particular year that deals with that theme.
You mean for the theme?
Yes.
Okay. And so almost all the participants at the fair try to do something with that theme, and of course then you have to come up with it in a poster form.
Yes, yes. Yeah, the windows around Pokerville Hall all have some sort of ideas and images that relate to the theme as well.
And the photography and
exactly.
The plates, everything tries to carry on that theme, huh?
Right.
And so they try to get quite creative. How about our next one? I think we have quite a few. This was Frank Elmerson. It sounded like this one might be Frank's favorite because he said whenever he moves around a room, those eyes are just staring at him. So he obviously has this on a wall.
Yeah.
Yet maybe at home or wherever. And of course that was it's a jungle out there. That's a few years back. Huh?
Right. The theme has been kind of updated a little bit. It deals a lot, obviously, with agriculture because it's the 26th District Agricultural Association, but they've kind of gotten off on a little wilder tangent here with the Mardi Gras theme, the jungle theme, the luau theme, things like that. So.
Let's continue through these, Alan, because I would like everyone to get a chance to see some of the artwork here. And, anybody who goes to the fair has got to know your stuff. And what I love about it so much is that, since you've been doing them, there's this continuity that goes through the fair history since you've been doing the posters, with the graphic continuity and everything. So how about the one we're looking at there?
This is the 50th anniversary of the fair, and it was back in 1988, I believe. Yeah, and so that was 24 years ago, because the next year will be the 75th anniversary of the fair. So the idea, of course, all the posters are celebrating some aspect of the fair.
Okay, why don't you show another one? And next year is going to be the 75th, but it'll
Right.
be your 30th year of doing fair posters. Now, you don't know
If
what it's
they'll
going
have
to be
me.
yet, but I'd just like to tell everybody at this time, out of those 30, well, we can't count next year yet, but out of so far 29 years, you've won 10 of the Western Fairs Association's awards for posters.
Yes.
That's awesome.
I'm very appreciative of having the chance to put my
Okay.
ability to work.
So even if you don't win, which you will next year, okay, you'd be batting, I don't know what the batting average is, but you've got 10 out of 30. That's over a third of the awards. Now, you must be, quite pleased with that.
It's always nice to win. I appreciate the artwork, and I appreciate the Fair Board allowing me to work with them. But the award is a nice little
This is tough
frosting on the
competition.
cake.
We continuing through. Here's the one. This is kind of a favorite one too, and that took in. Also, you have to do different letterings. I always notice this because I wanted to bring up, when you got the award I believe it was last Wednesday at the fair sponsor dinner, and Frank Halverson gave it to you. You left rather quickly, but I wanted to tell you, but you might already realize that the poster formats are long, okay? And for TV, I always have to make a commercial on this. I have to figure out what part am I going to try to get on there to use mainly, or what do I do? Usually I wind up having to make, divide them in half some way and then show them some way like that. And
Well, for next year, I'll try and get them to turn it over.
I don't think anybody's going to change poster formats. You would almost think they would do it by now, but that's the format. I don't think it's going to go away. Also, it's the format of a magazine.
True.
Okay, and TVs. And that's a great one. What year was this from, if there's any way you remember?
Might be 1990, somewhere in there. And I've tried to do a different technique with each one as well. This is a pointillism, so it's all felt pen and it's all dots that are placed on the page.
Okay, now we're going to run through the rest of them because we only have about a minute left. Okay, so take a look at that. I love that horse one. And
Some of them are paintings in acrylic or watercolor, some are airbrushed, some are color pencil. This one's actually a sculpture out of
Okay.
paper,
I'm not sure when we...
and that's back to the original.
Okay, we've got 30 seconds left. That's the end of that. And I wanted to say, probably anybody that has a collection of these, it's kind of a fairly valuable thing, huh?
I don't know about that, but hopefully they appreciate the
Okay,
artwork.
and this year they put it on a pen
Right.
as well. That you can wear
I
like
should
on
have
your
worn
lapel
mine,
and
yes.
everything too. So you got some flair for your jacket. All right, and Rand, it was great talking to you. I wish we had more time, and maybe we will sometime after the fair. Stay with us. There's more news on the other side of the break.
You're watching Amador County's #1 news and sports leader, TSPN.